Good morning. Day 8 on the Tahoe Rim Trail. This is my view from the tent. Not too shabby. Got all that snow up in the mountains still. We camped near Susie Lake. And now we have Dick's Pass today, which is a major 3-mile up. My solar panel worked really well last night with my phone. Charged it from like 20-some% up to 86% before we called it a night, so it did its job. My battery, on the other hand, when I plugged it in finally at the end of the night, it didn't charge my phone for some reason. I don't know what was going on with the connections. So I got it charged this morning after I realized I was at like 70%, 76% because I had used my phone after I went in the tent. So I have no idea why. Little pond, stagnant pond area. The campsite we had last night was my favorite so far. It had that running water sound, not too loud. It was flat, I didn't roll at all. And there were no bugs. The views were good. And there was a waterfall there. The plan for today is just, well, definitely under 10. Probably 8 something. We do have to get over Dick's Pass. I did check the elevation we're going to. It'll be at 9,400 or so for the top of Dick's Pass. I think it's just under that. In the meantime, we had dropped down to probably 7,500 feet. Now we're going back up. It's going to be a long climb. Heading towards Gilmore Lake. Just past the Gilmore Lake, Dick's Pass Junction. Okay. So we are heading up Dick's Pass.
Pardon? Oh.
And had to put some bug stuff on. The mosquitoes are hovering. Look at those mountains. All right, we were just on a flat section, but this should give us a view of where we were. Susie Lake. It's hard to get the contrast of the lake, but the lake is right down there, and that's where we were. And now some serious climbing begins. If I just look at that view behind me. That is Half Moon Lake down there. Oh, you can kind of see how far we've come. Susie Lake way up in the distance down there. And we've got our Half Moon over here. We have 1 mile to go. There is cell service up here. Just did a couple of texts. There is a water source, 0.7 from the top of Dick's Pass. Terry's gonna get some water here. And I think I'll just drink. Whoa, yeah, she's gonna get some water. All right, this is the first. We're above the snow. Dix Lake, beautiful. Ran into a local lady and she thinks this haze is from Yosemite, a fire. What a cool little arch. We are at the peak. There you have it. Elevation 9,400 feet. Just had a nice long break here up on top of Dix Pass. The views were better over when you got the view of the lake. So if you're gonna stop there. But we had great cell service. Now we're turn everything off again. Heading down now. The rest of the afternoon is gonna be down. We are gonna head to Velma Lakes, probably the middle. See if we can set up camp. We could probably go further, but I don't know. I think the camping's gonna be better at Velma. So we'll make a decision once we get there. Lakes, lakes, lakes. Every day Terry and I's mouth is just open, admiring the views that we're seeing. It's just amazing. Look at that. The trail is definitely different on this side. This is more of a rock, sandy dirt path. The other side was like scree rocks. I do have good switchbacks here. I think we're gonna stop here for lunch. So SR is doing her lunch and it ended up being Pollyanna's leftovers, right?
Tuna salad with crackers. It's delicious, so thank you very much.
All right, this was a good snoozing spot, but then the sun came over. But my phone got charged from 44 to 70, so that's good. I'd say we had a siesta. It's always tough to get moving after that. All right, we got 1.7 to a water source, and I think 3 miles to camp. So we got a leisurely day today. This is Dix Lake that we had the overview of for lunch and that we see right now. Nice view. We are doing under 9 miles today, so we've been taking it leisurely, I'd say. We're gonna be at camp early, probably by 3:30, I would think. I think I'll sit and get across. Come on, leg. Looks like we're on the end of Dix Lake, so there is another lake coming up. I forget the name of it. It starts with an F. And then it'll be Velma, I think it's called after. We've had a very leisurely afternoon because we're not in a rush. We're doing less than 9 miles. And It was only 1:15. We have less than 3 to go. So we'll be at camp. I don't know, we're going downhill, so maybe we'll do 2 miles an hour. Grayview Trailhead and Fontanillis Lake. That's where we're heading. This trail is not marked like the Appalachian Trail. The Appalachian Trail has the white paint mark on trees. The only markings that you have, or how you know you're on trail, or if you're on the right one, are these junction signposts. Tahoe Rim Trail, Fontanillis. This is it. Came across a lizard. Surprised he's not running. Lots of big boulders through here. This is a little pond. The pond's actually a little bigger than I thought. This is Fontanillis Lake. Another lizard. So peaceful. I hear that water running. I think we have to cross on a log. Terry's not gonna like it. So this is where I crossed. We'll see how Terry comes across. She's got it. Alright, we filled up at the outlet to that lake, and now we're 1.3 miles from camp. I don't want lake water if I can avoid it. That's a nice camp spot. Just as you leave the lake, off to the right, clockwise. Got some really big trees here. But we're back into a forested area now.
There's a big tree down.
Got a squirrel. He was drinking water. Now we're back on a nice dirt path. Alright, we're coming up on Upper Velma Lake. And we are going to go to the middle. So there was comments in far out that said just past the sign towards Richardson Lake, you could get up the rocks and find some camp spots, which is true. I think we probably would have set up right here at this one. You do have a view of the lake, but I think we're going to go the 10th more and see what the campsites look like down there. And worst case, we come back. There's the marker. And I think we have a campsite maybe right here. All right, 10 is up. Still got to figure out the water source. This is Velma Middle Lake. So I'm gonna get my water from here. It's not that cold. I am seriously thinking about going in. The water's not that cold.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, under. Woohoo! How's it feel?
Oh, it's chilly, but it feels good.
Very refreshing.
Uh-huh. Oh, I won't be in here too long. Well, that was refreshing. We're here at Middle Velma Lakes, and we're leaving the Desolation Wilderness tomorrow. Once we hit Richardson Lake, I think we're outside of it, and that's on tap for tomorrow. We're hopefully going to hike a little past that to a creek. We have tonight, tomorrow night, and the next night, and then we hike out into Tahoe City. We're going to have a little dinner and then call it a night. It was very beautiful today.